Oh, there we go.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So does everybody know how to get from command to your Docusign? Yeah, okay, perfect, then we'll just skip that part. So logging into our Docusign.
Well, okay, maybe I don't. I know how to do it like through an opportunity. Is there some?
Yeah, no, that's what.
Okay.
Okay, so I think of Docusign as like two different programs. I think of it as Rooms with all my forms and then e-signature. So we're gonna go to Rooms. So up here on your little photo, you're gonna switch to Rooms. And then we're gonna go to My Documents up here at the top. And then we're gonna go to the blue button that says New Packet. And you can name your new packet whatever you want. Just packet. And then from here, you can select your library of forms of whatever you want. So like in mine, I think most of them are gonna come from MAR forms. But I've added like the notice of additional time. I've added the well and septic disclosures. I've added the poll writer, anything that isn't already in your packets that Keller Williams has designated, you can add into your own packet. If you want to make your own packets and not ever use Keller Williams pre-designated packets, then that's what you can do. You can add any form that's uploaded into Docusign into your own packet and it won't affect anything. So move some additional time. Maybe we like that one too. That one. You add them and you click save. And then now whenever you go to a room, go to documents and go to Atom, your DocuSign forms, and your packet. And the packets up here, you'll see your packet you made, and it'll have your forms in there. Any questions over that? Pretty simple, yep. Mindy?
That's awesome.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
excited.
curious about, all those are the fillable forms in the library, like if you had a PDF or something you always use, that wouldn't jack up like the fillability functionality of the other forms that are, okay.
No, because it it doesn't see the same thing on your PDF, because that's why whenever you upload the contract as a PDF, it doesn't automatically find those pre-filled forms. Okay, so next we're gonna do pre-filled templates for our real estate documents. So we're gonna go to My Documents inside Rooms. And if you scroll down and go down here to Forms and Templates, and we're gonna go to Forms. And then you're gonna go up here to create a new template. So you kind of have to remember where your form is that you want to use. So you have in your packet, let's just pick the buyer's employment agreement. And then now you will just go through and type in info that you all, like, you never change it ever. So like, I always make my employment agreements good for a year. So like, I change this for the year 25. So that way, if somebody forgets to put in the date, or sometimes new agents thinks that that's the year that it is now, the date that it is now, it's already got 25 in there. Most of the time, I always say they can disclose, I can disclose their motivating factors. So I put that, and then all motivating factors here. Is not. And then if you charge a transaction fee, you could put that there and then mark the box where it's only payable if you close. 3% here. Let's see. Conversion to dual agency, yes, no, whatever you guys do. Transaction brokerage, no. And then click the box that we are a franchise. And then like down here, I'm on a team, so I always put myself and then my business partner and then our team name. And then once you fill out everything that you need, you just hit save and close. And then it's saved. So if you go to templates here, code conduct assignment. The only downfall to the templates is anytime they redo the form or upload it or change it, you have to go back through and redo your template. Oh, here it is. So here's our template right here that we just made. So then now if I go to my room, and now when I click on that, now I have this box that shows up here, and you can either not add your template or you can apply your template. So when you add selected, it's already got that pre-filled in for you. And then if you know that you have everything in, then you don't have to click on it. You can just send it out for signatures. Any questions on that?
Yeah. So where it has on that page where it said seller's broker, the brokerage, where you have Jim Bolin or Don Klepper sign. We have actually the seller's agency already signed by him, so we just put in the date. So how would I add that in there? Our own seller's agency filled out, add it into.
That might be in our next section, when we do like forms that are where we're gonna create a template with signature blocks on it. So hang on, wait till the next section and that might answer your question. So that is a template within the forms of Docusign. Any questions on that?
When you went to the documents and then you hit add, you're going to Docusign forms.
So I went to documents and scrolled all the way down and did new template.
I'm not really spot clearly. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Oh, so go to my documents there. Are you trying to find the template that you made or create a template?
I was just trying to, I was thinking like if I was gonna put this on a client, how would I actually get to it?
So if you have a template created, you'll just go to rooms. And whenever you're adding your documents.
So I go into a room, okay.
and then go to documents. And then go to add your document. Yeah, all these will be DocuSign forms that we're creating templates for. So like if you had, let's say you made a template for that, you would just click that. And then right here is where your box would pop up and it would say template, and then it would say none, and then you pick the drop down menu where it says, okay, it's already in use. Here,
Thank
pick
you.
another one. Click fire.
Like, what is happening?
And then like
Okay.
select that one. And then see how you don't have a template, so you don't get that box there, but if you did, you would have that box and then you would click the drop down one. Yeah.
Okay, so that one, and then it's gonna show up there.
Uh-huh.
You had something that comes up, Stacy's.
That was the packet we
Oh,
made.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I labeled mine listing, so it's not at the bottom. Got it.
Mhm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alphabetical order. Why mine's not at the bottom.
You can name it Stacy if you want, it'll be at the bottom.
Right, there you go. I'm literally like, why is mine not where hers is?
Okay, so now
finger.
we will go through and create templates for your own forms. So, okay, so like I'm gonna create a template for our team agreement and for our, whenever, because we're on a team, we super use with GSBOR, so we have to send that to them too. So this one, we will actually go not in rooms, we're gonna go back to e-signature. Switch to e-signature. And we are going to go to templates up here. And this is different from your templates in your rooms. And we're gonna click new, and we are gonna click create template.
I'm sorry, I'm so bad at following.
Uh-huh.
So how did you get to the e-signature?
We're gonna go, so if you click your little, your person there and switch to e-signature.
Got it.
And then your template name can be whatever you would like, so. Team agreement. And then you're gonna add your documents. So you would have, this would be where you probably have your document downloaded as a PDF. And then you would just upload it from your computer here. And so here you could add them, like if you want it to always go together in the same envelope, you could add them together, or you could create separate ones, individual ones, and you could later add them in one envelope, and I'll show you how to do that. So here's our two documents we added. So now you're gonna add your recipients. So this is where you would add like Jim to it. So I know in my recipients that this needs to go to the new team member, it needs to go to myself, and it needs to go to Jim Bolin. So you're gonna designate your role. So like the first role will be team, and that's gonna go to me. And I need to sign, and we're gonna add a recipient. And the next one's gonna be team member. And this one's gonna be left blank because I don't know who that is until they arrive. And then your next role will be broker.
Did you go to template after you got to the e-signature? It
It
took a little bit for my computer to catch up. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. Yes.
Sorry, this is why I keep following.
Don't
mine.
even stress. So you're gonna go to new and create template. And this is where you would have to have your template already downloaded to your computer as a PDF.
Okay.
And then you would upload, you would create your template name, and then you would scroll down and add your whatever PDF you have there. And then you would add your template description if you have one. So we have all of our roles created here. And then here's where it will automatically add your, it'll start your email for you. So complete with Docusign. new team member agreement. Please sign. Thanks. And then you click next, right? Yeah. Yes, so we click next. So here's where you would add your signature blocks for everybody. So team member is going to sign. Nobody's gonna sign there. So Stacy will sign here, and then we'll put the date here. And then Jen has to sign here. Put the date here and his name here. And the team member, we have to fill in their, we have to put their NARDS number. And then you can put a checkbox here. Add. And then here's our team agreement. So it would be the new team member, their name goes here. My name goes here. And then you can put what, you know, if you want to initial there, it's fine. So, and then put as many things as you need to on there, and then hit save and close. So then you have your template that you just made right here. And then include in matching. So that way, if you separate the two documents and you add them together, it will find that team member from another template that you created where we went through and added all the recipients in. So then now that you have this template here, so whenever I want to send this to a new team member, I just have to log in Docusign, and on the e-signature sign, I you would just hit start and you would use a template. And this test team agreement. This is rough. And then so you have everything here. So test team. And then you don't have to do anything because it's all there. So all you do is just hit send. Any questions on that?
Oh, yeah. So that template you just created on the e-signature, that's not gonna be in rooms.
So we can switch to rooms. In my documents here. Actually, let's go to rooms. So I've uploaded my team agreement and the Flex team ad to your documents. You would upload it to your documents in Docusign rooms. and then you would go to My Documents, and then you would have to create a copy. And then you would go to Active Rooms and pick whatever room you're moving it to, so you copy it there. So there's my team, and then you would create an envelope. Let's hope this works. And then here you would apply template. And you would use that. You would have to make a like I wouldn't combine them, combine that one with anything, so you would have a separate one. So you would use this one because it matches that one. And then you have it. It pops up.
Okay, you went pretty quick. It's okay. My head doesn't quite go that fast. Okay, so we created an e-signature. Okay, so then we went to the room, and then we went to My Documents. And so whatever you created in e-signature is gonna be in the My Documents, right? And then you copied it from My Documents, and then you put it into whatever room,
Whatever
right?
room you choose, yes.
Okay, so e-signature, basically they go into they're gonna be considered My Documents then.
Yes.
So why can't you just create them in My Documents? Instead of going to the extra step.
Didn't My Documents in from the room side only have like the library as opposed to like whatever you want?
So
to
if
have
you go
as
to
well?
Forms here, so you have, under My Documents, you have two tabs. You have Forms and you have Personal. So the forms are what all our real estate forms, and we can't add or change or move, do anything with that.
Right.
But if the personal side is where you can add documents that you use all the time for whatever you're sending signatures out for.
Okay, but the test team agreement isn't automatically in there.
No, you have to upload it. You have to upload your blank document in there. And then that's why the template we created in e-signature and we added the matching when we said use matching. The e-signature template will see this document. Oh, you can't see what I'm pointing at here. So the e-signature template will see this document that you upload to your documents. And then when you move it to the room, the e-signature template will find that document in the room and then add your template to it. So they like talk to each other.
So you have to basically upload it to the blank form twice. First, to add the signatures in the e-signature part,
Yeah, to create your
to
template.
create the template, and then you upload the blank form
blank
again
one.
here,
Mhm.
and it pulls from over there and creates basically the same template.
Mhm.
Okay.
So if you like uploaded the wrong, let's say you made a template and then you uploaded the wrong document by mistake. In this side on rooms, all your fields would be just kind of like.
I
on
don't
that
think it would
document
match
in
anything.
like
with-
a-
So like,
They wouldn't even match.
I have this seller property one, so let's copy that into.
I think like we made a seller disclosure template, for example, and well, let's just speed everything up, getting it to them.
So then we'll create an envelope. So test team agreement. It gives me all the people I put in, but I don't think it's going to. Oh, no, it does, like.
It
leaves
just
exactly
throws
where it
them
is.
on there. I was just curious, like.
They
the
must put
seller
it
doesn't-
exactly where you put it at.
Right.
Oh, that's neat. Because then you could do that you can make a template for whenever you are like if you're the listing side, whenever you upload the buyer's contract to sign, and then you wouldn't have to put signature blocks on it every time. Well, thank you, guys.
I was curious, I could see myself, I don't know, putting a buyer's agency agreement on over my seller disclosure template, and then, you know, you just got check boxes.
That's why I always name my
Just-
templates like
yeah.
exactly what they are.
Right.
And whatever the form is named, that's what I name my template. So that way
Right.
I'm like, okay, those two match somehow.
I was just curious if that's how it would shake out.
Oh, I sent it to Jim. Sorry, Jim.
I don't know if this is,
know.
and it might be coming somewhere else, or it might not even be something. So when you are uploading, you're getting a template, and then you get into the envelope part, and it always gives you who you're supposed to add.
Uh-huh.
And I just noticed you had to delete one. Is there a way to make it so they don't all come up initially? Because when you're working with just the buyer, it always brings the seller stuff up, and I have to go through and delete them. And for whatever reason, mine will have seller 3, then seller 1, then seller 2. It's really confusing. So I delete those every single time I open up that form. Does anybody else have this issue? Okay. You're looking at me like I'm crazy. So we're probably doing something different than you are.
Maybe, but that would be, I would think, so if it's like if it's a blue form, and if it's got a template on it already, not
Mhm.
something that you've created,
Correct.
that would be something that the market center has done. Because when we first got Docusign, if I remember correctly, they had to go through and like create all these templates for us, so that way stuff already went through. So it might be if you,
It used to be awesome. You just added the ones you wanted. Now it's like, oh, yay, they're gonna save you all this work, and they auto-populate it. The problem is every single time you have to delete at least 3 of them. And if your computer's anything like mine, it's annoying because you're like, ooh.
if you can find a specific example, maybe I could
Yeah.
figure out what
Yeah.
you.
Okay, so let's just open up, like you're gonna do a new contract. A new contract, so. Let's go to Harla, who cares?
Sorry,
You know
Carla.
what, probably I can't, you know what, I need to probably create a new
Okay.
room, just so I don't mess her up. Out of this.
Go back to
Um,
rooms,
Back to rooms. I don't think I've
and then
ever
you can
created one
create a
from here.
new.
Usually it's always from my other.
And then just name your room, whatever.
Whoops, I didn't spell that right.
And then select your agent owner, which is fine. So then select your sign down. And save. I might have to go
You
back.
know, I have never ever clicked left side or by side before.
Well, that might be why, because I always click that.
I'm wondering, but so normally I'm starting from command, and then I'm just hitting DocuSign.
Whenever you
And it's
create your
getting me in
opportunity in command, are you picking list or
Yes.
buy?
Yeah, so maybe it's already, okay.
It would already be on there, yeah.
Because it won't let you go past without doing that. Okay, so now let's just pretend that I'm gonna add a contract. That's a more form, right? Sorry. Contract. Okay, so now we're gonna send that to somebody. Make a new one, and you did it differently, which I liked your way, but I didn't know how to do that. You just clicked it.
The pin, you click on the pin.
And then you don't have to reselect it, because this is the other thing that kind of annoys me. Now when I come in here, I have to now do this, and it used to just go directly to
Oh, yeah,
the.
so no, so
But
get out
now
of
I have
that.
to do that. Oh,
Go ahead and show me.
okay.
This might be your.
It might be my issue.
Mhm.
I have no idea what this is. That's not what I meant to do. Hold on. Okay, add room docs is where I always go. It used to just bring up the room docs, and now it's added, it's made it more, so you can do more things from it, but it's just annoying because it's one more step. And when I go to the add template, and I'm only going to be sending this to my buyer, but it's gonna have,
I think that's your,
all this
So
stuff in there that I have to go through and delete every single time.
if let's do buy sign. Then you're gonna go to documents and add your documents. So the contract document, so the contract's there. And even, I'm not gonna add a template or anything. So I didn't even know that you could go the way that you went.
I didn't know this other way existed either.
So like if I'm gonna, like, let's see, like, I was a bad person and I didn't get my buyer documents signed, so I need to add those to it too. So then I have all these documents that I need to send out for signatures. So you could click select all, or you could just select the ones that you want. Where's my contract? Right here.
Back to that.
So, and then you go up here to your pen, because you have copy, move, email, print, combine, create envelope.
Oh my God, and you can print them all at once?
No, no,
Oh.
you think that's cool, but that's not what it does. No, it's gonna download a zip file. So then here is where you get your pop-up box of who are you sending this to? So since I only have the buy side, I'm only gonna click buyer's agent, buyer one, buyer two. So then when I click continue,
See, I'm not getting that box on this side. Okay.
I don't have any of the listing side pop up. I only have buyer side stuff pop up.
That would be very helpful. Because it's just another step of like deleting stuff that.
And then had I already filled out my details tab of Docusign, which most of the time gets filled out whenever you bring it over.
Yeah,
to
I would see that.
command,
Yep.
then all of this would be filled out already.
Yep.
And then you just uncheck your set signing order box, which I wish you could.
Why? Yes, because
Uncheck
that used to
that
not be
forever.
checked
I
either.
know.
Whenever they changed all that, I'm like, what happened?
Please don't employ me. And then you just send it out for,
That is so much easier.
so
Okay.
then you have me. Let's do one buyer. And then it just has that there. And then the buyer one there.
That is super convenient.
Super
It is-
convenient.
Well, it's gonna save so much time, because every time. And then half the time I miss it and I go to the next and I'm like, oh crap, I gotta go back.
Okay, so then the last thing that we'll do is kind of some Docusign stuff on your phone. So the worst thing about transitioning from when we transitioned from Dotloop to Docusign was Dotloop was super mobile friendly, which I don't understand why us being realtors and being on the go all the time, this isn't mobile friendly, but it is not at all. So if you look in your room at your inbox, you'll realize that you have an email here. So you can, from your phone, whenever you get like an attachment, let's make sure I have something here that I can use. I can find that email with the, okay, so we will switch to my phone, maybe. Share content. Interesting. Okay, so I have, if you see right here is Docusign Rooms, and that is just from going to so just opening up a tab and Googling Docusign. Oops.
This is just on your Chrome or your browser.
Mhm. Gee golly, come on. All right, so then this, so I take this and then I hit the middle of the share button. And I'm gonna click add to home screen. And I'm just gonna call this Docusign rooms. Maybe call that 222. So then now it made a bookmark right here, which is what I have right here. So that's
I can't see
my,
where you're pointing.
it's
Yeah.
this right here. So
I didn't see that. Oh, there it is.
it's this
Okay.
Docusign rooms right here. Let's see if oh yeah, right here.
So you got to account Docusign, you made a bookmark.
So that Docusign rooms, this blue one, is just a bookmark from the internet.
Okay.
The yellow one isn't the actual app where you go to the app store and download it. Because the yellow, can you see it? I'm trying to point here, but I can't. So this one is from the app store and this is just a bookmark from the internet. And this is where you can view, like if I go here, this is where I can view all of my rooms and stuff. So if I'm on like the go, I can go to rooms. And you gotta be patient with it. So you find your room that you're in. We'll go to this one.
So that leaves you signed in at all times?
No,
You have to
it'll
sign
sign
in
you
every
out,
time?
yeah.
Okay.
And then, so you'll go from here, you got the details, and these are your tabs up here. So you go to documents. And then you're like, okay, I need to email that to the listing agent or wherever you're gonna send it. So you have that, and then you would click the email button. And if you know the email, you would type it in or have to find it. Or you can create a room, or you can create an envelope. So if we don't know the email address to who we're gonna send it to, we can create an envelope. And then, so now it's gonna have you open it up in the app. And then this is where you can manipulate the document to add signature boxes. So if you have another document to add, like on your phone that you saved, you need to add it, you can do it, you can add that. But for now, we'll just do this. So you just click next. And then who needs to sign this? We'll do me plus others. So then here's where you add your recipients. So I think you can find if they're in your phone contacts, you can add them there. But I'm not gonna send that to my ex-husband. gmail.com. And you click save. So then you click, now we have all of the people who are gonna send it to you. So then you click next. And then here's where you get really, really patient. And then you can add your signatures or your dates or your initials or whatever you need. So if we're gonna add a signature and try to put it down here, like if I'm gonna try to put my signature here where it goes, you would hit the signature button and then it plops it right there. And you gotta be real patient and use your finger and move it right there.
Can you change the size of it?
Yes, I think you can.
Be patient.
So you can, your blue dot can make it bigger or smaller. And then if you need, so then we're gonna add the date. See what I mean? You gotta be really patient. And then you can add whatever you need. You can add text boxes.
Wow, that's cool.
This is not for the faint of heart. So you get a text box there, and then if you need to go, like, it wouldn't let me drag this to the next page. I had to like go down to the next page and click on it, so that way it reset this down here. And then it will add it'll let you add to the next page. So then you have that. You can make them a required field. So like required, you have to do that. And then you just click next. Send without fields. And then you send your email, thanks, whatever. And then click send. Any questions on that?
Yes,
Okay.
of course.
Yeah, no.
Now, okay, so I've got the DocuSign, but how do I get the rooms back over to to actually have the,
You just put in your
icon.
password, whatever your Docusign password is. You're gonna need that. So then if we have, going back to how I told you, you have an email address in your DocuSign room. If you have an email or somebody sends you a document and you're like, okay, I'm gonna be good and get that signed real quick. You would take your document, open it up in your email, and then you click the, I don't know, the share button. And then you're gonna email it to that DocuSign room. So, I don't know. And I save it as a contact and I see like, here it is, rlrealty@mail.docusign.net. And I don't think I put anything in there because it's gonna just go. Okay, so then you're gonna go to your DocuSign rooms. And then if you go to inbox.
It was on the email. I don't know if that's where you wanted it though.
Okay, I'll just start over.
If you went to your email and
And then
click
we're
that
gonna go
link,
to
does that work?
inbox. So then here's my email, my document that the listing agent sent me. And now I have it here, so now I can select it. Fat fingers, oh, come on. So you can select it, maybe. I know just enough to be dangerous, guys. Okay, so open it up, click the little paper thing, and then we're gonna click move. And then you would pick your room that you want it to go to. And then, so now when you go back to your room, your document from your email that you emailed to your DocuSign will be in your room. And you can send it out for signatures like we just did. You can add documents here. So sometimes from this, so if we're in our room here, and sometimes I don't know why it's formatted this way, but like if you go to details and you're going to documents and you're gonna add a document. See how it doesn't allow me to like see everything? So sometimes you have to like turn your phone to the side and then it'll let you see some of this, it'll let you see everything. So you just have to be really patient with it. I don't recommend doing this all the time. This is for like when you're at the lake and you're on the boat. You're like, I gotta get this done. This inspection notice is due at 1 and it's noon. And then so your document's there and then you can send it for signatures. Any questions on that? Well, did you get it figured out?
I got it open.
Okay. So then, are you wanting to save it to your,
Mhm.
oh, you got, maybe that. So we're going to
Oh,
add home screen.
That's too simple.
Is that getting the?
That was to add your DocuSign room that you have to go on the internet to.
Yeah, I was trying to do that as
So
well.
click
too.
that little up button, I don't know what you call that, and then scroll down. And then add,
Home screen.
yeah,
So you can
Add
do
to
that to any
what?
webpage.
you can do that to anything your little heart desires. Add to home screen.
Holy moly,
Yeah.
that's sweet. Crap.
What happens if- is this a-
Maybe it's an older version.
Oh, wait. Sure. What browser is this?
Let's try it, why not?
Yeah.
Okay, I am first. Thank you.
Any other questions on that? And I'm sorry if you are in the Zoom and you've been asking a question, because I have not been paying attention to that. I don't even know where my chat is.
I did have a question.
Yeah.
But I think I saw it. Like I get tired of going in there and like I've got 4 sellers on one transaction. I got like 6 sellers on another transaction. And I go in there and like it only lets you choose like 2 buyers or 2 sellers. Why can't I go in there and have like multiple sellers in there? You just basically just have to add recipients for every seller all the
What
time.
I like to do is just do the 2 and then add an amendment later. Now, I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, but
It's not.
DocuSign is not how I,
No. Actually, you have to have that document with MREA, or MREC. It actually has to have its own, oh
what
yeah,
about the additional signers page? Like the document that's for like additional signers? You would have to manually enter, like still have to manually enter it. I don't think you could, I guess you could create a template for your one room.
that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Maybe you'd have to do that. Because boy, when you have multiple sellers like that, whew, and you actually have to have a page for every document. You have to have them sign actually a document, MREC document for each page, for your seller agency, for everything, for your broker disclosures form, initials. You've got to have it on all of them per Jim Bolin. So I'm like, you can just put, yeah, you could put 2 of the 6 on your contract, but then you have to have the additional documents all.
Well, but you could just create this additional signature page as a template and it would auto populate all the sellers on there. And then all you would have to do is manipulate the form number that you're referencing it to.
There you go.
Oh, wait, you can't see this, sorry.
Okay, that would help.
If I stop sharing. We didn't learn how to get back, so I can show you how, like, I have it pulled up here.
When you do your administrative stuff, do you have packets specific for your company for everything? Like if you're going on a listing appointment, do you have a folder created? already that's pre-populated with all,
No,
you don't?
my folder, the only thing I have is. So I've just added like that because you already have like a listing packet up here of all this stuff that you need.
The one that's,
Dang it, you can't.
the one
yeah,
that's created
the
by
one that's
Keller
created.
Williams?
I keep forgetting. Oh, wait.
And so that's the one that I keep opening up, that it has all those extra signatures, but I have a feeling if I do it the way that you showed us today, I won't have that issue
I think
anymore.
so, yeah.
Okay.
So, okay, figured it out. So like my packet only has like this, this septic writer, ponds, listing change addendum, government loan writer, appraisal notice.
But you have yours, so like when you went through and did the exclusive listings, and you put in the 6% and 3% and all that
That's a
stuff,
template, not a packet.
is that template? When you click that you want to use that packet, is it populating your template?
If I create a template for these, which I don't have, it will.
Okay. So if you were gonna create templates, what were your top ones that you would do?
I do the employment agreements for both sides. I do, on the contract, I put in like my license number, the brokerage license number. I always use Great American, so I always put that in. I put all appliances per MLS at no additional cost or whatever you want to say. I always click that it's not contingent on another property closing or selling. That's what I hope. If not, you can easily manipulate it even on your phone. Like if you need to change something in your template, you can go while you're looking at the document and change it. So if it is contingent, I just click the box. I just put in there, it's contingent on the appraisal. And then I do these silly, on the affiliated referral. I have one for the buy side and the sell side. And so I click where it automatically selects the buyer.
Yeah.
Just every document that I use every time that I have to click open.
Okay. That makes sense. I like that you're putting the number in too. I hate doing that. I forget every time I have to look it up. My memory's terrible.
2003-023-935.
What about, is there an easy way to, when you have missed something and you're going back and adding it?
So like you already have if
you've already collected signatures.
Well, then you would just have to take if the signature's already on there, the envelope's already complete, then you would just have to go through and, like if this was signed and I just needed to add like a text box, I just create an envelope to myself. So that way I get all the editing fields. So I would just send this to me. Oh, there I am. And then click next. And then like if I forgot to put that there or whatever. And then just click send. And then it will add that text to it. I think I just signed the envelope. There's nothing to sign, but it still makes you open it and click finish.
I always wonder about that because I feel like I'm editing something that's already been signed. And then
and there's my text. And then like if you send an envelope, I always wait to sign the envelope last because most of the time I'm like, I type too fast, so I fat finger it and like I've transposed something, like their name's wrong or something. And so they'll text me and they'll be like, I'm looking at this contract, but my name's spelled wrong. And I'm like, okay, hold on. And so you can go in and you can correct an envelope and no, okay. So if you want to, Here's be my test. Dang it.
Yeah, why does that do that too? That drives me nuts.
Yes, me too. I think it's just the internet.
It does it to me every single
Every
time.
time.
I have to type it in and then hit enter.
Yes. So.
Well, I'm not the only one.
We. Yeah, text box here. All right, and then we're like send. So we send it out. So without tips. Sorry, Don. So then they call and they're like, oh man, that's spelled wrong. So then you just click on the envelope and then you click correct. And as long as nobody's signed, you can go in and correct it. That's why I always wait to sign last.
Okay, but they've
So-
already signed and then they tell you.
No, then you have to avoid the envelope and just start over.
That's what I thought.
Or you could, sometimes like if it's like, if I'm seeing like buyer's docs and a contract and all kinds of stuff that I've already added, I'm like, please just sign it. And then I will get it and I'm going to strike through it and then I will fix it and I'm gonna send it to you to initial. Like, please don't make me do all that work again. So that's one thing I do.
Okay.
And then you can void.
Because you
all
can
of it.
actually go back and do it after they've signed it and they would never even know that you've done it.
Yeah, but
And
I
that's
feel
where I
like you
feel
could
like
get in
it's-
trouble.
Right, well, that's what I was talking about when you edited that last one.
Uh-huh.
If you're editing after the fact, I'm always like,
Yeah, I always just have them initial. All right, just tell Nicole to have them initial really quick. Any other questions? Okay, well, thank you guys.
thank you.
Thank you, Stacey.
Yeah,
Glad we came. Thank you.
and if you guys have any questions, feel free, you guys can call or text anytime. I'm not here at the Market Center. We have an office over off of Sequoia, so we're right across the street from the park. So if you ever are out and about, stop by.
How long have you had that? I just noticed it the other day.
I think 3 years, right when we.
3 years.
We got this,
I noticed it like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago.
when we got this building, there weren't any offices available and COVID had hit and I was like, I cannot work at home with my husband. Like, I just. I told him. He knows.
Unrelated to the Docusign stuff, you